benefit of the doubt. I say they've been doing it for 15 years. You can't tell me I'm lying. They got caught. So it's crazy because I'm one of those cats that before Deflategate, before all of these scandals in combination came together, I was a guy saying that Tom Brady, I thought, was the best quarterback of all time. The obvious reasons. He had the Super Bowl wins. He didn't have the wide receiving. He didn't have the offense behind him that Joe Montana did in San Francisco. But over a period of time, man, and Deflategate being the straw that broke the camel's back, man, I just don't think that all of this accolades that they've gotten over their years is deserved. All the conversation of all these great things that they've done, it is great if you take that in itself, but when you add on top of it what they have been caught doing, it diminishes it for me, especially in relative terms to how they talk about other scandals in sports and how it never dies. Like all the other scandals in sports, it never die. But with the Patriots, you don't even bring up the fact that they've been fined close to $2 million for cheating. And listen, a lot of it has to do with politics and the fact that Bristol, Connecticut is not that far from Foxborough, Massachusetts. And there's definitely a kind of aura in the New England area, in Connecticut, in Boston, that's pro-Patriots because of ESPN. It is. That's a fact. That's a fact. We can't prove it with quantitative stats or whatever, but I'm telling you, I've been up there. Y'all know this. It's a fact. There is a bias, an inherent bias for the people that walk around ESPN towards the New England Patriots. It is. If this would have been any other team outside of the New York metropolitan, Boston metropolitan area, if this would have been any other team that had that success for that long a time and had been caught cheating as many times and paid as much fines as the Patriots have, oh my gosh, the Puppet Factory would be killing them. I'm going to move on. And I apologize. Now you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And I apologize, but this is what I do, and this is what separates me from everybody else. So if you're new to the show, sometimes I get on a little tirade like that, a little tangent, but it is what it is. And I really don't need to do that because I've had a little issue with my blood pressure over the last couple of months, but I'm sorry. Let me read some messages in this chat room. How can anybody else outside of the Boston area root for the New England Patriots? Seriously. Now, I understand a lot of little kids that don't understand the impact of what the Patriots have done cheating-wise, young kids. You know, just like whenever there's a dominant team, they always just sprout up new fans all over America. Like there's a lot of people that are Chicago Bulls fans because they watched the Michael Jordan era when they were young. But before Jordan got there, they don't understand that the Bulls were sorry. So I get that, you know. So there's probably a lot of people grew up with this dominant era of Patriots football and they became fans of the team and they just don't understand. They just don't get it. But outside of that, you being from Boston, you being a young, small child and grew up watching the dominant New England Patriots, so yeah, I want to follow them. Being from a state without your own NFL team like South Carolina, might I say. Outside of that, how can you be in Alabama? How can you be in Texas? How can you be in California? How can you be in Minnesota? How can you be in South Dakota, North Dakota, Florida? How can you be from those states and root for the stinking ass Patriots in this Super Bowl? How can you do that? From that ninja in the chat room on Spreaker.com, don't bring it up. This subject is a terrible memory for me. Minnesota should have went to the Super Bowl. No offense, Falcons fans. He's talking about the 98 team I talked about in the last segment. I mean, obviously, I was rooting for the Falcons, but I didn't think they were going to win. I'm going to be honest with you. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and that was a fun team to watch. Y'all know I'm a big Randy Moss fan. So I was kind of conflicted in that whole thing. Not really, because I was going to root for the Falcons, period, no matter what. But I was a fan of Randy Moss. I was a fan of Randall Cunningham. You know, obviously they had the black coach, so I was kind of like, lightweight a Minnesota Vikings fan that year. I wanted to see them succeed because I knew the Falcons weren't going to no damn Super Bowl. So that whole year, man, when they were putting up all of those numbers, man, and Cunningham was breaking all of those records, man, I was lightweight rooting for them. Yeah, they got the black coach. They got my favorite wide receiver of all time, Randy Moss. They're going to win. Falcons can't beat that team, and they did it. I'm still shocked. That was almost 20 years ago, and I'm still shocked. I feel you, Ninja. From Gary G. Money Joyner, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Saints fans hate Falcons so much they're willing to ride the Patriots bandwagon regardless of how much they cheat, and the media turns the other cheek. Really? Like, you know what? Maybe I might give the Saints fans a pass in the city of New Orleans and maybe the state of Louisiana. Maybe them, because the Falcons' natural rival is the Saints. But you know what? A lot of times in that scenario, man, I root for the division. In this particular case, the NFC South. If my team's not going to make it, I'm the type person that just wants somebody from the division to win. Or, if my team's an NFC team, I just want somebody from the NFC to win. Or just like I am with South Carolina, if Clemson's playing anybody else in the world, I want Clemson to win. If Georgia's playing anybody else in the world other than Clemson, I want Georgia to win. Even though I may not be their hardcore, lifelong fans. So I kind of see both sides of it, that you're a Saints fan and you just want to see the Falcons lose because that's your rival. But on the other side of that, man, it's the Patriots. Have some Southern love. Have some NFC South love, man. Come on over, man, and jump on board with these birds. Come on, Saints fans. From Chuchi shaking my head, he says, I remember one year in the 90s or 80s, can't remember, but I was a Patriots fan. It had to be because of a player. Oh, man. Who were the Patriots players back in the day? The great Steve Grogan. The great Steve Grogan. They actually went to a Super Bowl. Did they go to? Yeah, I think they went to a Super Bowl back in the day with Steve Grogan and Irvin Fryer, who I think finished his career with the Dolphins. The great Andre Tippett, linebacker, I think played for the Patriots. When they had the little white guy in three-point stance on the side of their helmet. The Patriot. But the Patriots never, that I can remember, were any more than average back in the day before Brady and Belichick got there. And listen, it has been an incredible run. If you're somebody from the New England area, man, if you voted or rooted for the New England Patriots your whole life and watching them be mediocre at best once again, but, fact is a fact. Getting a lot of help and sweeping under the rug all of the things that this team has been accused of and proven to do wrong and cheating over the last 15 years. From Wody 504, he says, the Falcons win the Super Bowl. Our Super Bowl win was better. Our win came when Obama was in office. He's a Saints fan. Y'all win will come under Donald Trump administration. That's funny. That's hilarious. From Loose Neck Side, I remember the Steve Grogan sorry-ass Patriots. They were horrible. The Patriots are horrible. It's funny, the more you live, you see these different eras. You see teams rise and fall. You couldn't tell a 8-year-old kid that the Golden State Warriors ain't the greatest team in the history of basketball. The Golden Warriors, my entire life, sucked. Hell, I said it earlier, but I remember it vividly. Like the bottom of the barrel team in the NBA, my entire life was the Chicago Bulls until Michael Jordan got there. Right. The Bulls were the equivalent to, I don't know, the way the Miami Heat are now. Speaking of which, the Heat got a big win last night over the Golden State Warriors. But I don't know, just drop any team, the Sacramento Kings. The Bulls were on that level. back in the day. And then one player came in and the rest is history. And now they got Bulls fans all over America. We love the Chicago Bulls. Man, get out of here. Your ass better be from Chicago rooting for the damn Chicago Bulls. Or you need to be a very, very young person. From Grego, I agree, Ninja. Belichick and Brady both put the team first. Mainstream media makes it about Belichick and Brady. From Sidney Jackson, Patriots also lost to Green Bay when they had Reggie White back in the day. That's right. From Clay Poison Davis, if you're a Jets fan, you really pissed because Belichick left the Jets for the Patriots one day after taking the Jets job. I really believe that Belichick's experience in Cleveland with the Browns really kind of was like that same thing that they say about Barry Bonds on why he allegedly started using steroids. Was because he saw Mark McGwire do it, and he said, I'm better than that guy. I'm going to do the same thing, too. I'm going to follow suit. Like, I really think Belichick's tough time in Cleveland made him make the life-changing decision that if I get another job in the NFL as a head coach, I am going to do whatever I have to do to win, and that includes cheating. That was a turning point in his life. Right. I believe that was a turning point in his life, the terrible time that he had as a head coach with the Cleveland Browns, that he said that if he ever got another opportunity, damn the rules. Damn the rules. Hopefully I don't get caught, but we're going to do whatever we have to do to win football games. That's what he said. And the rest, as they say, is history. Yeah. Let me get back from the break. A little basketball talk, man. Russell Westbrook. He ain't effing around. And maybe I will mention quickly a little story about the Lakers, man. They're struggling a little bit right now. Quick little basketball talk. Nothing too major. Not a lot going on right now. Couple weeks before the Super Bowl. No more football to talk about, really. So slowly we're going to start transitioning into basketball and that type of thing. Lakers struggling, shawty. The Lakers struggling! Damn! Woo!
We in the club throwing money like, what up, whatever. Smoking, getting drunk like, what up, whatever. Yo, I see your little girlfriend. What up, whatever. What, you wanna lock horns? What up, whatever. Let's go. Black every season. Ziggins made a pact and agreement. Don't end up with my back on the seat. Okay. Only trust a few comrades. Holla at your boy. I'm in the hood like Comcast. You can never write a good enough contract. Nighttime, stay hooded up for the combat. Yeah, lock me up, I know just who to contact. That's right. Putting this shit contrast, what a contact. It don't matter the music, stay hating. friggin' you, Clay Aiken. Yes, my advice is pray.